No wrong choice. That's what it says. Anyway, and it's true. There is no wrong choice. However it turns out is how it's meant to turn out. If you lose, you're supposed to lose. But losing always isn't losing. Um, a setback is a setup for a win down the road. Like I said, the Republicans think they're winning now. And I just use them as an example because the whole world is paying attention to this. But the Republicans are winning right now. And if you're watching this 8 years from now, you might not be saying the same thing. You might realize the Republicans are losing, and you might not. But it's a back and forth. It's a tit for tat, you know, eye for an eye, and it's a game. I mean, look, the world is full of games. You watch TV, how many game shows are there on TV, or how many that were created that aren't even on TV anymore, but they're still there uh, in the reruns and stuff, and they bring them back. They haven't seen a game in a while, and they'll bring it back, and they come up with new games. Like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was a new game at one point, and it was very popular, very successful. Uh, but the world is full of games, and God, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, makes games. He loves games. They love games. Everything's a game. So politics, your family life, your work life, your school life, your love life, it's a game. It's a whole different game. Um, and if you look at it that way, you can you can win the game, you know. And I win the game by not playing the game, because the only game you can win is the game that you create. Every other game that you play, I don't care what it is, it was not made by you, and you were going to lose. Just like when you go to a casino, you don't come home with a suitcase full of money. And it's because those games are not made by you, they're made by the casino. And they're made for the casino to win. And they win the majority of the time. Of course, they have to let you win on a little bit so that you keep coming, and it's part of the addiction, you know. Um, but the games are not made by you. You don't go there and tell them how to play a game or the rules of a game or the makeup of a game or the players of the game. Um, you know, when you go to a baseball game, they win. You pay a lot of money for a ticket, pay $20 for a hot dog, $30 for a beer. You know, they win. And they always win. No matter what team wins, it doesn't matter. They win. It's not your game. You didn't make the game, and you're not going to win. And the same with the betting apps. When you bet on those apps, if you win a lot, they cut you off. They close down your account. So those betting apps are made to collect money, not pay money. And that's what they do. The same with the casino apps. If you win too much, they'll cut you off. So all these games are rigged against you. And the best way to win is to not play. It's like the best way to not lose your money with a casino is to not walk through those doors. Don't go up that escalator. Don't, don't go in on the property because they got you as soon as you get there, you know. And the cruise ships, they all have casinos, right? Because they make a lot of money off those casinos. It pays for the cruise ship. That's why your ticket price is so low because they want you to spend the money on the casino. And it's just once you realize the world is a game, Republican, Democrat, it's all a game. Um, Wars, it's a game between getting military contracts. We're supposed to give Taiwan like $15 billion worth of weapons. Like they need that, and we're not going to support them. If China goes after Taiwan, we're going to walk away. We're not going to start World War III over it. We're not going to protect Taiwan, not in any way, shape, or form. And we'll threaten, but it'll be an empty threat. China's got the has got all the cards on Taiwan, and it's not going to happen. And and Taiwan knows that, and they'd be foolish not to. And they have explosives all around their chip makers because if they get attacked, they're going to blow up the chip makers and put the semiconductors out of business. And China needs those chips. They need those chips badly. So that's really the main hesitant of China attacking Taiwan. But it's all a game. It's all a game. Going to Iran is a game, and Israel is a game. And they're playing dirty. They cheat. Cheaters always get caught, and cheaters never win in the end. And that's what I'm saying. The Yankees, they win how many World Series? But they lose a lot more. And that's what the Republicans are doing now. They're winning, but they're going to lose. And they're going to lose big. And, what they do is going to come back to haunt them. And, and I always like Hungary, where they just had a change in government. And, you know, they lost. The Republicans in Hungary lost. And will they have another day in the future? Sure, they will. There'll be another Republican in charge of Hungary, but hopefully they won't repeat what they did the last few years. So, but there's no guarantee of that. But there is a guarantee there will be a Republican president of Hungary someday, and that's because just as bad as the Republicans were in that country, the Democrats will be just as bad, but in a different way, of course, because they're not the same. But they'll be just as bad, and the people will get mad and vote in the old Republicans because they'll want a semblance of what they had because it's going to be gone. And I would think with Hungary, the main thing is going to be the driving force is immigration. The Republicans are really tough on immigration, and the Democrats are not. So, and I think people don't like when the immigrants come in and take their jobs or take up their housing and their food and everything else and change the food to the way they like food and all those things that we see here in America. But, and that's just how these, the ebb and flow of the game. And, you know, right now you think there's nobody crossing our border in America, but there will be. They'll be back. You know, those other countries that they were leaving didn't get good all of a sudden. You know, but we'll have to see. Uh, it's just a pendulum going one way to the other. That's all. And it's gonna swing. Right now, it's swinging right in the Republicans' direction, and it's gonna swing right out of it. It could be the midterms. I don't know what's going to happen at the midterms. I would think he's going to lose, but even if he doesn't, uh, I think J.D. Vance is going to take over the country after the midterms, and we're going to have a new president, and they're going to declare Trump incompetent, and that's going to be the end of Trump. And they don't need him anymore because they got everything they wanted. They got their big beautiful bill, which is going to end the U.S. government after the midterms in January. So. Mark my word, the U.S. government is gone. It's over. It killed it on 4th of July. 4th of July, it killed it when they signed the big beautiful bill of 2025. And yeah, nobody knew because the page it's like a 900-page bill. Nobody even read it. But you know, and it's written the way you can't just read it like a book. You think 900 pages is not a lot for a book, but it's the way it's written. It's not. It's all legalese. It's all crap. And it means nothing. It just means we ended the government. And J.D. Vance will do what he can to make sure that it stays that way. You know.